Hello and welcome again, it's Darren from Invest Your Income. Today I'm going to look at Cedar, but the topic of today's video is how to buy stocks and make money. Now, if you're going to buy stocks or invest in stocks, you would assume you need to know quite a lot about the stock markets and how stocks perform. And yes, to a certain extent that's true. Now, there's two ways you can really invest. Is either you do all the homework yourself, or alternatively you can leverage the information that's out there for free already, including my footage on my channel, but I wouldn't advise you just trust my channel. If you go to several different channels, you normally get an opinion. Now on that, if you're going to make money on stocks, you need to use people who you believe are genuine. So you can find channels either on YouTube or other platforms or websites where you can get a feel for what kind of stocks people are invested in. I go for dividend stocks, as you probably know. If not, you can look at some of my videos, which I would appreciate. But basically that gives me a bit of resilience that if anything is off or the market corrects or something goes down, then I'm in the best quality stocks out there at a better price than other people. Well, it doesn't really matter about other people, but a better price than I would have done normally, just by doing a bit of analysis myself. So if you use the I call it crowd investing. So basically you go on any of these sites, you write down the stocks that people are recommending at different times, you go back in time, you go forward to new videos, you do a load of research on just YouTube. You write down a whole list of stocks that people have invested in, and then decide whether you want to invest in those stocks yourself by doing your own due diligence. But if people have recommended the same stock, and there are people who you would trust, and these are the people who don't sell your courses. A lot of the YouTube people who recommend stocks, I recommend their course. They go, oh, I'm trading this stock and blah 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 blah, these are the reasons. But if you want the inside track, then all you need to do is purchase my course. I don't do that. So if you want to know how to buy stocks and make money, then I would say go with the people you trust, the same as anything else. But don't trust one individual on their own, including myself. And also pick the stocks that you've actually got some interest in. I will not invest in any stock that I find just boring or I don't like. I talked in my other video about Caterpillar. It's just something about it I just don't. It just doesn't do anything for me. So, but I'll show you a stock here that does do something for me. So this is Cedar. I like Cedar because it's fun, basically. And there we go. Up in the top corner, it is fun. That's its ticker, and it, surprisingly enough, it is in. As we look here, Cedar, amusement company. That's good, right? Amusement parks. Okay, it owns approximately 11 amusement parks in America. I like that. That's a good company. That's something I want to encourage anyway, and I wouldn't mind being part of it actually. I'll add that to my portfolio. I'm actually a bit pissed off. I didn't. No, I'm whispering. I'm a bit hacked off. I didn't get into this one earlier. There were some lovely pullbacks here. And now I've just invested here. So, hindsight's a great thing. It was on my radar before. This is sort of a failing of my my system, or just the way I was thinking. But when I was over here, I saw this price action here, and we've come up, and it was just too high up here. It's not really where I'd like to invest. I should have invested there. I didn't. I didn't invest on that pullback because it all looked fairly flat. It's in a fairly small range. It wasn't doing much. And then it's come down since then. Now, this would really be my area where I'd first invest and then I'd add these positions. I didn't do that. I could have made, crazy return in a year, really. You look at it. However, I've entered here. I like the company. I'm going to hold it. This is not going forward. I think this company's going to have challenges. If the well forecast and publicised recession that hasn't happened yet happens. I could be holding a bit of a loser here. And if we look back to some history, this is going to be really slow. I do apologise for my internet connections. Not the quickest, plus I'm asking it to do a lot with this these moving averages. So if you look back here, 2012, obviously got the cross here in 2013. So let me go back, is it? There it is, good. So we look here, it crashed down, they crossed over. These crossovers aren't necessarily bearish for the stock, by the way. It just means it's a big pullback, it's a correction. So there are actually opportunities if you've got the right price action in there. So here we've got the 2008 crash. You can see it was at 28 and it went down to 7. badly affected, as you'd expect. Less money in people's pockets, entertainment company gets hammered. So I'm not expecting great things. It's already come off the highs. I'm expecting it to really come down if this so-called correction that hasn't happened yet happens. So I'd expect it to be down this level really, sort of 30s, 20s. But I will be adding, but at the minute I'll put in here, so I'd imagine I'll put in another one in the 40s, 30s, 20s and add to it. It's unlikely in the long term, unless we have some cataclysmic, world-ending, kind of plummet, all companies go bust kind of scenario. Entertainment companies will be there, and this company has a lot of real estate and it's got a lot of assets. It's got a lot of debt as well, but you'd expect that of an entertainment company. So anyway, I'll be adding to this position. I haven't put a large position on. I'm not going to trade this on. I'm just going to hold it. It's got a lovely dividend, about 6% or so. So this is how I buy stocks and make money. You can watch my other videos. I've got my own indicators. They're not the same as the RSI, but this just gives you an indication of the sort of things I go for. I just get slightly better entries with my indicators, which I keep to myself. I've spent years developing them, so that's just the way it is. These are my two lines that I've seen before. So what I would suggest is go in companies you like, quality stocks. This is, like I said, a new position I just put on. I've also put a position on, I can't remember whether I said this before, just to give you another stock I'm in. Where is it? I can't even find it. It's probably because I'm looking at the wrong page. Here we go. So General Mills, I can't remember where I mentioned this in my previous videos. General Mills, I'll just give you an overview of General Mills here. This is a brand of consumer goods. Great foods, love it, and slightly got a few issues, nothing too major, but I didn't take a large position. Again, I'm about flat on that one at the minute. And I also took a pretty poor entry actually on Molson Coors. Again, it's got its issues, it's come down a lot. It's looking pretty bearish on these indicators. However, I like the company, I like the price, I like the dividend. So we should see where we'll go with that one. I've only put a small position on that one as well. So I've just kind of spread myself out on these positions. So Cedar is the one I'm sort of most interested in. So we're going to see how that one pans out. It's not a great spot to buy in my opinion, but you can make money doing this. But like my dual strategy, I find it's the most stress-free way we can make money. Stocks and shares without the stress of daily trading and worrying about every minute and every hour what's going on. We sit back a bit more and we take the long-term view. It's going to be a great company, I'm sure, in the future. It's only going to increase. Will it be a massive gain? I doubt it, to be honest. But it's going to pay out a nice dividend. And at the very worst case scenario, it's most likely going to get bought out. There was going to be a buyout of it a while ago. It fell through, I think. But people are interested in it to buy it out anyway, so it must have some good fundamentals. And looking at the information that I had, it looked good. If you want to just use the kind of crowd investing strategy, I'll do a video on that in a few weeks probably. But basically, you can get kind of the general gist of what genuine people out there are doing. There's very few channels, but hopefully I'll be one of them. But if you look around these channels, you'll see the kind of common grain amongst traders and people that trade regularly and don't sell courses. But most people on YouTube have seen they're selling something to you, some membership or some signal service, or the whole new thing is courses. Because courses, people sell a course. A course is very easy for people to sign up to and to buy, and all they tell you is what the stuff I'm giving away here for free. They'll just word it slightly differently, give you some technical analysis, fundamental analysis. You can get all that. I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I've traded currencies, which I find a lot harder and a lot more stressful. I still trade them, but this is just the way to invest, I think. You get a general viewpoint, you go in companies that you're actually interested in, you like, you buy them at a good price, and you invest in the long term. Bob's your uncle, lovely, we make some money, and we're all happy. And like, you do lose. I'm not going to say you don't lose. For example, here, I would have bought up here possibly, on these pullbacks, and this one fails. So you come up here, but I would have got my 5%. So I've already made money off that stock, and I'm holding some of that stock up there. I'm not actually, but I would have been holding up there if I bought, but I didn't. And if I bought down here, I would have been money up here, and I just make my 5%, and I'm happy that way. And I reinvest for dividends. So I've got kind of two portfolios. I call it dual investing, splitting positions. It's not really. It's just two different funds I use. But on any, I'll invest for a trade. So I think I need to go into a bit more detail because I've had a few questions about it. Anyway, please do like my channel and subscribe if you find it any useful at all. I'll be going through a bit more information in the future. I'll be giving there a few more stock picks and entries so you can see where I'm going with this. And I'm expecting to lose money on this one over the short term. There will be downside, I'm sure, on this one. Any downside in the economy, job losses, etc., this is going to get hit badly. So it will go down. But this is just my first entry on this one. I could have gotten down here. So slightly annoyed I didn't. But there we go. That is trading. And we're still in a good position in a fantastic company that is, as you see, good fun. Take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic day. It is pissing down with rain here. It is raining very hard. It's dark as well because it's winter now. However, I love trading. I love this stuff so much, and I'm doing what I love. So it is good. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day, weekend, whenever you're watching this video, and I will hopefully see you again in the future. Goodbye.